The secret I'm about to share with you now is going to help you in your receptivity from the spirit realm. And this is the realm through which every prophet received prophetic message. And I'm going to break it down for you. The Lord will bless you in the mighty name of Jesus. Now, it is called prophetic environment. It is different from spiritual realm. Some persons call it prophetic environment. Some persons can call it spiritual environment. Some persons call it prophetic realm. Some call it prophetic room. It all depends. But the major thing is, it is a confinement that is specific to different prophets or prophetic person. What do I mean? When you check the revelation of Ezekiel, the vision of heaven he had, and when you compare it to that of John the Revelator, you will see differences when it comes to the description of the kind of the angels he saw and the angels John saw, different other things. You will see a lot of differences, but all these are going towards the same direction, heading the meaning, the interpretation are all in the same direction. When you check that of Isaiah, you will see that there are differences. And these differences is because these prophets are all seeing their vision from different prophetic environment. If you check the book of John chapter 3 verse 13, Jesus Christ was speaking, said, no man has been to heaven except the one that came from heaven, which is the Son of Man. No man has been to heaven. But before Jesus was born, Isaiah prophesied it. Isaiah have gone to heaven, seen the vision of heaven. Ezekiel have done it. And he said, no man has gone to heaven. When he said no man, what he actually means is no man that is alive has actually visited heaven while being alive. But Ezekiel actually had the vision of heaven, and Isaiah had the vision of heaven. The reason why he said no man has gone to heaven is because these people actually saw the vision of heaven, but they did not go to heaven. The vision was brought to their own prophetic environment. The things that gain access into a man's prophetic environment is dependent on the prophet. Not everything can enter a prophet's environment. And this is why it is difficult for a prophet to miss a prophetic message, because he has his own environment and has studied and understand his environment. And so everything that comes in there are the things he permits. The spirit of a prophet is subject to the prophet. He said, for we see in part and we prophesy in part. If the spirit realm is an elaborate place, every secret you think is secret on this realm is known in the spirit realm. Why do we now see in part and prophesy? Is because we have an environment that is separate from the spirit realm. And what this does is that it is not all the message in the spirit realm that just enter that environment, in order for confusion not to abound. So it comes based on demand. And sometimes when the demand is not in line with the will, it will not still come. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So instead of the prophet trying to enter the spirit realm, because in the flesh, it is difficult to enter the spirit realm, but more easier to enter the prophetic environment. How do you gain access into this prophetic environment? You create it by yourself. When you have received either the gifting, the prophetic gifting, or the calling. When you have the prophetic gift, the calling, or the mandate, prophetic mandate, you have the ability to create an environment. This environment is created by three basic materials: meditation, prayer, and fellowship. The more you fellowship, meditate. In fact, meditation is the key point here. You create that environment. Every time a prophet wants to prophesy, it is that environment he enters and messages begin to come to him. It is what I want to see that comes to the environment. I will stay on my watch to see what he will say to me. What I want to see that comes to that environment for me to see them. In that prophetic environment, prophetic messages are received in different forms. It can come as a voice from God. It can come as a voice from the individual you are speaking to, a voice from the spirit fighting that individual. It can come as a written note, a vision, a picture, whichever way. But in that environment, you can easily know what you are seeing. If somebody comes to me to pray for him or her to prophesy to her, what I will first do is to take the person to that environment by means of meditation and begin to inquire for the person there. Right there, the message for the person will be given to me. The messages can come in different forms. It could even be through the behavior of the person in that realm. Different forms. And when that message begin to come, then I begin to prophesy. It's an environment. The reason for this prophetic environment is because from the beginning, you will know that God values privacy when he's speaking to his prophets. In the time of Moses, Moses had to go to the mountain. But now in the spirit, the privacy is that prophetic environment. The vision of two prophets will be different, even though the message will be the same, because they are operating from different environments, even though the messages are received from the spirit realm. And that environment is also referred to as the spirit realm because everything you receive there is coming from the spirit realm. Only that before it entered that realm, there is a form of translation and interpretation that the spirit of the prophet have done to those messages to become more clearer to the understanding, that he is able to communicate it to the individual. The Lord bless you. If you have any question, I want to drop it at the comment section and I'm going to attend to it in the next session of the teaching. Okay? You are blessed in the name of Jesus. God bless you. Shalom.